Yeah.
Hello. You've been listening to the soothing sounds of the Renaissance Jazz Band. Let's show them some love. To, be, to begin tonight's celebration, please stand and join us in singing the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing, under the direction of Mr. Davon Parker.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Aaron Mason.
And my name is Aaliyah Wright.
And we are your hosts
and hostess this evening.
We are so excited that you've chosen to join us tonight, and you are in for some pretty amazing presentations and performances.
We invite you to please relax, unwind, and enjoy as we celebrate overcoming by faith, fortitude, and resistance.
Tonight is filled with special performances, tributes, and reflective moments. However, before we immerse ourselves into them, we'd like to formally welcome you to our school and the amazing celebratory events. While there are a number of people who have the ability to complete this task, perhaps none are better to do so than our very own LHS Assistant Principal, Ms. Brenda Eke, and one of our Faculty Celebration Committee advisors, Ms. Asha McDowell. Please, let's welcome them to the stage.
Welcome! As Neve mentioned, my name is Ms. Brenda Eke. I am one of the amazing assistant principals at Lawrence High School. I do want to mention one thing. One thing that's very common in our culture is that it takes a village. And I do want to acknowledge some of my village members that are currently here today who, without them, this night wouldn't be possible. Part of my village, my administrative team, is also our very proud principal, Mr. Dave Adam. We also have Dr. Williams and Ms. Katie Stein, Dr. Katie Stein, our other assistant principals. I also want to acknowledge our very own superintendent, Dr. Robin Klim. The other members of my village, we also have our board president, Ms. Michelle Bowes. Our assistant superintendents, Mrs. Vanessa Vacarciak. Our newly appointed assistant superintendent, Mr. Neil Desai. Ms. Pepper Evans, our board member. Ms. Diana Pasculi, our other board member. And Ms. Jen Baldessari, our district communication manager. You are all in for a treat tonight. We put on a great show for you all, so please sit back, relax, and enjoy our show. Ms. McDowell?
All right, good evening, everyone. I am Miss McDowell. Before we get started, I don't know where the origin of the shout out came from, but I feel like it came from within our community. So before we get started, I just want to give a shout out to the kids. The kids have done everything from the display cases, to the choir, to the flyers, to the t-shirts that you guys see. This was all student led, so I just really want to shout them out and tell them what a great job that they've done.
On top of that, you might not realize, but we have some amazing teachers and faculty that have helped guide them and support them. So I do want to shout out Ms. Mariconi and Mr. Wolf for his hard work, for her hard work with the students today and all days. And part of their village is also Miss Dr. Mary Pankos. You've seen her behind the scenes. She has been working phenomenally with them. I want to shout her out. Give her a round of applause. Without further ado, please enjoy the show, and thank you all for coming.
Thank you, Ms. Eke and Ms. McDowell. We hope that you feel welcomed and have felt so from the moment you were greeted at the main entrance. We hope that the spirit journeyed with you to the cafeteria and that you enjoyed shopping with Black-owned business vendors, sampling African, Caribbean, and soul food dishes, and while listening to the great sounds of great gospel, soul, jazz, R&B, and hip-hop music.
We want to reiterate that everything you've enjoyed so far tonight has been generously funded by the Lawrence Township Education Association and the New Jersey Education Association PEP grant, a grant designed to support and foster events such as this one, which connects schools to local communities. We are grateful for their continued support, so please join me in giving the Lawrence Township Education Association and the New Jersey Education Association a round of applause. And without further delay, sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Tonight, we have a lineup of great presentations, performances, and tributes. Please join us in welcoming our first of many great performances tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the LHS Madrigal Choir under the direction of Miss Mandy Johnson, singing Shosholoza.
Shosholoza, Shosholoza,
Good evening, everyone. I am Lavaine Ma.
And I'm Courtney Narastant, and we are co-presidents of LHS's Black Student Union.
We stand here on behalf of the Lawrence High School Black History Celebration Student Planning Committee to present tonight's first Trailblazer Award to Mr. Kelly Ganges.
Mr. Ganges served as a chief of staff to former Mercer County Executive Brian Hughes for almost 20 years.
He also served as the executive director of the New Jersey General Assembly Majority Office and as deputy executive director, associate executive director, director of research, and the director of policy and planning with the New Jersey General Assembly Democratic Office.
In addition, Mr. Ganges served as legislative aide, the chief to staff to two state legislators, Assemblyman Gerald R. Stockman and Assemblyman John S. Watson.
Mr. Ganges also served on Capitol Hill as the chief of staff to Democratic Congresswoman Maxine Waters of California.
Having served in an array of different government roles, Mr. Ganji also served as an advocate for children with the Mercer Burlington County CASA chapter as a former coach in the Lawrence Township Flag Football League.
Currently, Mr. Ganji serves as chaplain of the Eggers Crossing Civic League, Lawrence Township, a member of the steering committee of the Lawrence Neighbors Together in Lawrence Township, NJ.
Mr. Ganges has dedicated his life to serving our community, state, and country by filling a number of positions that champion forward achievement.
Tonight, we are proud to recognize Mr. Kelly Ganges as our first 2025 Trailblazer Award recipient.
Please join us in welcoming Mr. Ganges to the stage.
Very good. You got my list written down. Thank you very much. I asked if I was going to be afforded the opportunity to make a remark, so I have my 40 pages of notes that I have. But the first thing I want to do is I want to give honor to God, who is first in my life, who makes everything good that I touch and whatnot come to life. Let me first thank Dr. Clark and the Lawrence High Black History Celebration Committee for this high honor. I very much appreciate it. It's something that I duck. I had a little conversation with Dr. Clark. I don't really want to do this. This is not something that I do, but she insists upon it. I see her every Sunday at church, at Union Baptist Church. Shout out to my church family. And but I also want to thank my family that is present. My significant other, Geraldine Cookie Worthy, is here, and my twin brother Larry, and my sister-in-law Bren, and my kids Walker and Schilder are in the, Walker Jr. and Schilder are in the audience there. And I also want to make mention of my two longtime good friends, Congresswoman Bonnie Watson Coleman and State Senator Shirley K. Turner. I can't name everybody because I looked in the audience and I see a lot of people from my time in the General Assembly, my time in Mercer County, and I love you all. I can't use all of the time to acknowledge you, but you are special in my life and you have helped me to do many good things to uplift others. And as many of you know, I've got this burning desire in my heart to always uplift the least, the last, and the lost. And that's where I am. The last thing I want to say is that there are some gentlemen here with me tonight that share my goal of always trying to uplift people. People like Fred Vereen, and people like the Reverend Dr. Bill Howard, who's in here in the audience, Reverend Bill Coleman, and a number of other black men that want to do God's work and to uplift people. And this is what I will leave you with today. To the Lawrence High School children, to the Lawrence High School students, I stand as an OG that says, we would love to communicate with you, to share our experiences, for you to share yours with us, because there are sinister forces in this nation that are trying to divide us and destroy us. And I'm a four-top and a temptation guy, but I know enough about this world to say, those folks, they not like us. So my challenge as I take my seat, my challenge is to say to Dr. Clark or whoever is in the leadership of the high school, If you want to hook up with OGs that want to hook up with young folks, I have some brothers that are ready to do the service. Thank you again for this opportunity. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Before we start, if anyone has lost a phone, please report to Dr. Adams in the front. Thank you, Mr. Ganges, for paving the way for us and so many others. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you're enjoying the program thus far, and you'll be happy to know that we're just getting started.
We have so much more in store tonight. To help us on our journey, we introduced the Lawrence Intermediate School Advanced Choir singing Hold Out Your Light under the direction of Miss Bess Ploner and accompanied by LHS student Emily Ewig.
Hold out your lights, you heaven-bound soldier. Hold out your lights, you heaven-bound soldier. Hold out your lights, you heaven-bound soldier. Let your light shine around the world. Hold out your lights and shine, you heaven-bound soldier. Hold out your lights and shine, you heaven-bound soldier. Hold out your lights and shine, you heaven-bound soldier. Let your light shine around the world. Hold out your lights and shine, you heaven-bound soldier. Hold out your lights and shine, you heaven-bound soldier. Hold out your lights and shine, you heaven-bound soldier. Let your light shine around the world. Hold out your lights, children, hold out your lights. 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 Hold out your lights. Hold out your lights. Hold out your lights.
What a talented group of students and staff we have here in Lawrence. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying the work put in to bring this program to you, please give our students another round of applause. as we welcome Raya Johnson Rogers and Abram Williams to the stage.
Let's hear it one more time for the Lawrence Intermediate School Advanced Choir.
Tonight, as we gather to celebrate Black history, we reflect on the incredible journey from slavery to freedom, one that required immense faith, unwavering fortitude, and unyielding resistance.
For centuries, those who endured the horrors of slavery did so with the vision of liberty, never losing hope that one day they would break free from the chains, both physically and mentally.
The road to freedom was not easy. It was paved with pain, perseverance, and a deep-rooted belief in a brighter tomorrow.
Through it all, music became a powerful vehicle of resistance, a language of the soul, and a tool of liberation. It gave voice to the voiceless and rhythm to the weary.
And nowhere is this more evident than in the creation of jazz, a genre born from resilience of African Americans.
Jazz, like the journey to freedom, is a celebration of struggle, a fusion of hardship and triumph. It embodies the same strength and spirit that our ancestors relied on to overcome oppression and build the foundation of the future.
As we continue to celebrate our rich history, let us now transition to a musical performance that echoes this very spirit of perseverance. Please welcome the Lawrence High School Jazz Band under the direction of Michael Drobish as they perform Lil Darlin' by Neil Hefti, made famous by the Count Basie Orchestra.
Let the music take you on a journey, reminding you that even in the toughest of times, beauty, hope, and freedom can be found.
Enjoy the performance.
What an incredible performance by the Lawrence High School Jazz Band. The energy and spirit of jazz truly set the stage for what's to come next in our celebration of Black excellence.
It is now my honor to recognize our next Trailblazer honoree for this evening, an outstanding individual whose contributions to music and education have left an indelible mark. Dr. Trinice Robinson Martin is a multifaceted talent whose dedication to the legacy of Black American music is nothing short of extraordinary.
As a vocalist, arranger, scholar, clinician, and educator, Dr. Trinice's work spans across the very heart of jazz, gospel, and soul music.
She is the creator of the Soul Ingredients, a groundbreaking approach to diverse pedagogy that celebrates Black American music styles. Beyond her artistry, Dr. Trinice has been a tireless advocate for music, education, and culture, serving as the executive director of the African American Jazz Caucus and a board vice president for the Jazz Education Network.
Her scholarly contributions, including the book So You Want to Sing Gospel, and her role as a sought-after speaker and educator have helped shape the next generation of musicians and scholars alike. Her performances, described as a beautiful blend of soul, jazz, sophistication, and gospel fervor, have earned her a well-deserved place among the most respected names in music.
As the chair of the ensemble department at Berklee College of Music and a faculty member at Princeton University, Dr. Trinice's influence continues to inspire. Tonight, we honor you, Dr. Trinice Robinson Martin, for your incredible contributions to the arts and your unwavering dedication to preserving and advancing the rich legacy of Black American music.
Please join us in welcoming Dr. Trinice Robinson Martin to the stage.
I don't feel no waste time. I've come too far from where I started from. 'Cause nobody told me the road would be easy, but I don't believe he brought me this far. I don't believe he brought me this far. I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me. I give an honor to God for continuing to guide me and show me that even though there are paths that I cannot see, they were meant for me. I want to first thank my husband, Lindsay Martin, 20 years. My children, Laura Simone, you all know, who's a sophomore right now at Michigan State, and Lindsay Martin Jr. I want to thank my New Jersey family. You know, family for me has been incredibly important. I'm a PK, preacher's kid, so I come from a legacy of preachers, and family and church are intertwined, and there's nothing that I can do without family. But when I moved here 20 years ago, newly married to Lindsay, pregnant with Laura, and feeling like I am by myself for the first time. And what I do know is the first thing I did was find a church, and that's Union Baptist was my first church. Anna Reeves, a mentor. And through union, I've found the family that has been by my side ever since, and I just want to honor Gloria McClough. I want to honor Courtney Leonard. I want to honor Justin Leonard as being there, being the family, and always being the family that carried me and continued to be like blood, even though my family is all the way in California. My own family continues to be here with me, my father and my mother and my siblings, my aunts and cousins. Like when you say it takes a village, it takes a village. Bishop Joseph Ravenel, who's been my New Jersey dad. So when I say that it takes a village, and I know I am everything that I am because of those people that are around me, I mean it. And I owe so much to the Lawrence community for being that greater family for the last 20 years. I'm now the first African-American female, and actually first female, ensemble department chair at the largest school, Berklee College of Music in Boston. And this has been my home, this has been my foundation, and I continue to just thank you. And I continue to encourage everyone here, even if you cannot see, trust God. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Trinice Robinson Brown, for sharing your incredible journey and inspiring us all. Your work has not only shaped the world of music, but has also enriched the education and development of countless artists. We continue this evening's celebration with a performance that resonates with the themes of faith and fortitude. Just as we've been reminded tonight, we are all on a journey to freedom, to excellence, and to making our mark on the world.
It is my pleasure to introduce the Lawrence Intermediate School Advanced Choir and Lawrence High School Ensemble under the direction of Bess Ploner as they perform I'm On My Way. Accompanied by Richard Carter. This uplifting piece speaks to the resilience, strength, and hope that carry us forward, echoing the very spirit we honor this evening. Please join us in welcoming these talented voices to the stage.
On my way to Canaan land, on
Please, let's give Lawrence Intermediate School Advanced Choir and the Lawrence High School Ensemble another round of applause. Without further ado, please welcome to the stage our event founder and coordinator, Dr. Jametta Clark, for our keynote introduction.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight to celebrate Black history and culture. It's a real honor to gather together as we reflect on the faith, fortitude, and progress that define our shared journey. Tonight, we are privileged to be joined by a leader whose vision and dedication have transformed his community, Mayor Ross J. Baraka. The 40th mayor of Newark, New Jersey. Raised in Newark and deeply rooted in its legacy, Mayor Baraka has carried the spirit of his father, the legendary poet Amiri Baraka, forward through his own commitment to social justice, economic growth, and education. Under his leadership, Newark has become a model of resilience and innovation, with significant strides in reducing crime, revitalizing schools, and creating opportunities for all. Mayor Baraka's work continues to inspire and uplift his community, embodying the true essence of progress. Please join me in welcoming to the stage the Honorable Ross J. Baraka.
You know. It's good to have family in the house. I'm on the battlefield for my Lord. Y'all know that song? I'm on the battlefield for my Lord. I promised him that I would serve him till I die. Oh, I'm on the battlefield for my Lord. One more time. I'm on the battlefield for my Lord. I'm on the battlefield for my Lord. Yeah. I promised him that I would serve him till I die. Oh, I'm on the battlefield for my Lord. Yeah, I wanted to start that way because I feel that way today. I want to thank Dr. Clark and the students, Black History Club here at Lawrence High School for giving me the opportunity to speak today. Those kids are incredible, the kids that I saw. Let's give them another round of applause, please. Amazing group of children. Must have some incredible adults around them, shepherding them the right way, and which is important. I think today, this February, is probably one of the most important Black History months that we've had in some decades. Probably since Carter G. Woodson founded Negro History Week. With all of the stuff that we see happening, is probably more pertinent now, more emotional even now than it's ever been in a very, very, very long time. It also demands more of us now than ever before. I have to believe that the same God that allowed the Bible that Martin Luther King was arrested with in Birmingham. And you knew it was his Bible because the jail number was in it. To make it to the White House so that Barack Obama could be sworn in as the first African American president of the United States. I have to believe that only God could have seen that when he was being cuffed in Birmingham. I have to believe that's the same God that allowed President Trump to be inaugurated on King's Day. And as King would say, sometimes it has to get really dark in order for us to see the stars. That maybe it's time for us to stop giving people credit for getting us out of holes that they dug us in the first place. Or allowing us into rooms that were promised to us before we were born, that we paid for through the blood and sweat and tears of those who've come before us, all the way back to Goree Island in Senegal, or Elmina Castle in the Cape Coast of Ghana, to the slave and cotton fields in Virginia and South Carolina and cane fields and all of those places. Maybe it's time for us to lean on what we know. You know, Joshua led his people to the boundaries of the promised land after wandering in the desert for 40 years. I'm not a preacher, but I felt like doing this. He faced the river Jordan, and God told him to tell the priests to take the Ark of the Covenant and step in the water. And the water stopped running and dammed up so they could pass. He then commanded them to take 12 large stones from the river and erect a memorial so that whenever their children asked what they meant, they could tell of the miraculous story of a mighty God who dried up the Jordan so they could cross on dry land. This month, this is our 12 stones. February, Black History Month, is our 12 stones. Now more than ever, we have to exert ourselves, or like King said, exert our manhood in a place that only seen us as boys. In fact, to have the courage to confront enraged and angry mobs. To stand up because people can only ride your back when it's bent. That it's important for you to stand up and look up and keep going forward despite the odds, despite the difficulty, despite how dreary things may seem or feel, to keep pushing forward. There's nothing that we are facing today that is worse than what our ancestors faced before us. Plus, I love Black History Month. It's the only time I get to be unapologetically black. Like on purpose black. Some people might feel a little uncomfortable at my blackness. But I feel like if you feel uncomfortable because I'm praising myself, elevating my history, celebrating my culture, then you ought to feel uncomfortable. Because only racists will feel uncomfortable in my rejoicing. Maybe you should feel as uncomfortable as Emmett Till's mother felt when his body was dragged out of the Tallahatchie River. Plus, it's also a chance for me to rejoice and embrace my joy and my happiness. Because joy in times like this is also radical. Happiness. It's my time to take off my work clothes, to cook food that we cherish and pass recipes down and discuss our dreams and plot further with good friends our way out of misery, and sing songs that thank God for not leaving us. It gives us a chance to rejoice in our skin, to love who we are, and be resolute in the fact that white supremacists were wrong, that the racists were wrong, and no matter how many lies they tell or books they ban, They cannot erase what we now know and what freedom looks like, no matter how beautiful you dress it up, how nice you present it to me, that there's some of us that recognize slavery when we see it. And we have made a commitment to never go back there. And would risk and sacrifice our lives so our children would never have to experience what those before them have experienced and sacrificed for them to have what they have today. Young people, I want you to know it's important for you to get a good resume, to study hard in school, to do twice as better and good as everybody else. But I also want you to know there was a time in history when they wouldn't even read your resume. And so when you get on the stage and thank people after you hit a home run or discovered an invention or done something incredible, maybe you should thank Rosa Parks. Thank Harriet Tubman and Sojourner Truth and Mary McLeod Bethune, and thank Dr. Daniel Hale Williams. Thank the people of the Safe Bus Company. Thank all of those folks who paved the way for you, who did not get recognized. All of the people that waited on tables of a brotherhood, sleeping car and porters and maids that went to school to be doctors and lawyers and engineers, but could not practice in those fields, so they took care of other people on the back of the caboose on the train and made them feel good. Or like my grandfather who came here for the Carolinas, who got a job in a barbershop shining shoes before he became a postal worker. That our people came here with everything they owned in a brown paper bag with chicken and cornbread, and you know it was good because it was grease at the bottom of the bag. And they had to carry food sometimes in a shoebox because they couldn't stop at Denny's on the way. You need to remember these stories because you just didn't show up here on your own. That somebody paid something in order for you to be where you are today, in order for you to be recognized, in order for you to be remembered or seen, that there are people who gave everything they had, their dignity, their respect in their life, so that you could be celebrating today. So when people say they don't want you to celebrate Black History Month, you should resist. Because our stories are not just stories, they're our DNA. This is who we are. This is how we remember. We remember the God that dried up the sea for us. This is how we remember. This is how we pay homage to ourselves, pay homage to our Creator. This is what we do when we celebrate Black History Month. And remember that American democracy rests on our imagination to create a bigger, more just place that sees us all, not just a few. That people benefit and benefited from the fact that we've struggled. That the 14th Amendment is a post-Civil War amendment that exists now that we defend because slaves who became free fought and got elected and passed laws to create citizenship for themselves that everybody benefits from, that President Trump signed an executive order to undermine. That America's democracy is greater because we lived. It's greater because Fannie Lou Hamer demanded justice in Atlantic City at the Democratic National Convention for full representation, not a segregated delegation from Mississippi. It's more democratic because Mary McLeod Bethune sold sweet potato pies on the side of the road to open up a school for women that later became Bethune-Cookman College. The economy grows in abundance because we are a part of it. That our fight for inclusion adds more fabric to the blanket of democracy. It brightens the sun and covers more Americans under the warmth of security and equity. Our continued struggle is not just a right, it's not just something we want to fight for morally because it's correct. Our journey makes America more economically prosperous. We can't stand aside and let our voting rights be challenged. We can't allow them to assault diversity and equity and inclusion, to put barriers back in the way of our ability to go to college, to get employment, to get housing, where they are banning our books and making it illegal for us to see ourselves again, to remember our history and the names we were given in the course of our struggle. As Du Bois said, they want us to view ourselves through the eyes of people that despise us. That it's important for us to remember our names, to know the names that our Father gave us, to remember who we are. And I know sometimes in New Jersey we think we're exempt from these things, but I want to remind you where you live just for a second. That we live in the 6th most segregated state in the nation. That here in New Jersey there are some counties that are more segregated than counties in Alabama. That African American women die 7 times more likely giving birth than anybody else. That our children die in hospitals 3 times more than anybody else. That our school systems are deeply, deeply segregated and unequal. We have one of the largest wealth gaps in the nation. One of the largest in the nation. In a state that just did a disparity study that showed less than 1% of the state's dollars go to black, brown, or women-owned businesses. In my county, where I live, that's 70% black and brown. Less than 0.5% of the dollars go to these businesses. We have a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. And I still have faith that the arc of the moral universe is long, as King says, but it still bends towards justice. I still have to have faith, even though Newark and Livingston is only 8 miles apart, that our kids have a 14-year life expectancy difference. I still have to have faith that the same God that got rid of Jim Crow and slavery is still in charge. I don't have the luxury of pessimism, so I still fight. If I was pessimistic, I wouldn't fight. I want to be counted among the believers in the line of the 3 boys shut up in an oven, of Nehemiah on the wall. The hard and difficult and often lonely road. Lonely because it's easy to sacrifice your conviction for the temporary comfort of convenience. To abandon your future for the right now. To blame the difficulty of your journey on your inability to stay the course. To blame the giants at the gate for the reason you turned away from your promise. Let me tell you something, there'll always be giants at the gate. Your freedom will always be fortified behind high walls and are always on the other side of impossible tasks. I still believe in the impossible and the immeasurable. That if Robert Smalls, a former enslaved African, can steal his master's boat in South Carolina, free his wife and family in that very boat, sell it to the Union Army, and later with the proceeds buy his master's home after slavery ended, and become a state and national legislator, I have to believe that the problems we are facing today can be solved. That the same God that oversaw that thing there, his hand is still on the plow. Our stories are not just stories, which is why they are taking time to ban our writings, our artists, our ideas. They want us to forget to accept where we are and the slowing down of progress so much that there's no movement at all. Then only stories we know are the ones they tell that leave us on the side of the losers. We become caricatures, mockery, shuffling people who have not just created a back door, as Carter G. Woodson wrote, but who now believe the back door is actually the front. Who chase power running from themselves, by running from themselves. They don't know that God put power in their hands, put the vision in Nat Turner's mind, gave determination to Ida Wells Barnett to end lynchings, held Sojourner Truth as she ran into Congress to demand the right to vote for all women. God was with James Meredith in his march against fear in Mississippi. He was a co-pilot with the Tuskegee Airmen. Sat in Woolworth with those students from North Carolina A&T, Ezell Blair and Frank McCain, to bring Jim Crow to his knees, and bought the Bible, as I said, out of the jailer's hands in Birmingham. King went to jail so Obama could become the president. We shook this place and raised our children to resist subjugation with a language we taught ourselves. In the backwoods on a stump in Mississippi, under the light of the moon, we praised God in a language we didn't even know. They bow to racism, believing that they are running the power when they're actually leaving it behind, finding comfort in preparing a table for other people rather than building one of their own, waiting to be appointed, selected, ordained, and recognized, forgetting the fact that the only recognition you need and favor you need, these people can't give you. Because we don't have faith of what's in our hands. We don't believe that we can go far with a rock and a rag. That a loud trumpet and a strong voice is all we need to bring the walls down. The skill of Ella Baker and the determination of Fannie Lou Hamer and the faith of a mustard seed. Even Booker T. Washington said for us to pull ourselves up by our own bootstraps, assuming we would at least have boots of our own. We can't walk in other people's boots forever. At some point, we need our own boots. 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 At some point, we can't just carry other people's water. We have to carry our own. At some point, we can't just wait the tables and pass out the flyers. We got to be in the leadership. At some point, we got to figure out that loving ourselves is actually the way out. That embracing our community and loving our history, despite what Donald Trump thinks. Despite that they don't want you to celebrate Martin Luther King or celebrate Black History Month or end diversity, equity, and inclusion, ending something we barely even have anyway. There's no need to fret over losing something you never even had in your hands. The reality is you just got to keep your head up and keep swinging and keep fighting. And keep showing up and keep being better. And keep being excellent over and over and over again. That despite what happens, history will remember you. Just be excellent on purpose. Keep your head up, baby. Raise your voice. Sing your songs. Write your poetry. Solve those problems. Be at the forefront, not at the back. Pick your head up. Put your chest out and your shoulders back. Don't be in the back of the line, the back of the class. Don't be depressed. Don't be sad. Don't be upset. Don't be humiliated. Don't be undermined and marginalized. God made you beautiful and black on purpose. From the broadness of your nose, to the thickness of your lips, to the kinks in your hair, to the darkness in your skin, you have the complexion of the universe. That God went into the womb of the universe and pulled humanity out of the universe. You have a special relationship with God. The first scientists, the first doctors, the first explorers, the first astronomers. This is who you are. Don't be devalued. Don't let people undermine your intelligence. Be black every day. Every day. And twice on Sunday. I hope I didn't make anybody feel uncomfortable. If you feel uncomfortable, it's for the person sitting next to you. It wasn't for you. But I just want to, before I walk out of here, I just want to thank these young people again. And I want to encourage them. I want to encourage them. And let them know that you're beautiful. And be beautiful. Rejoice in your joy and your happiness. These people hated Kamala Harris because she laughed all the time. Our joy is an enemy to oppression. Our imagination is radical. When you can think of a place better than this one, build it, create it, stand it up, and stand in front of it. You are right, because God is right. You are good, because God is good. And you're going to win, because God is the author of winning. God bless y'all.
Good evening. I'm Nicole Montan.
And I'm Samir Khan.
And we are the LHS Arts and Humanities Academy at Officers. What an inspiring and powerful message from Mayor Baraka, reminding us all of the incredible faith, fortitude, and resistance that have shaped our history and continue to fuel our progress. Thank you, Mayor Baraka, for the tireless work you've done, and continue to do so for your community and beyond. As we move forward, let us carry that spirit with us, grounded in the strength of our collective ancestors and the unwavering belief that we can overcome anything.
It is with the same faith and resilience that we now turn to a beautiful performance by the Lawrence High School Gospel Choir, singing I Will Go On in Jesus' Name. This song is a powerful testament to the strength that comes from faith, faith that carries us through struggles, lifts us up, and pushes us forward. It echoes the theme of tonight, overcoming, not just in spirit, but with purpose, fortitude, and unyielding belief. Please join us in welcoming the Lawrence High School Gospel Choir under the direction of Mr. Devon Parker and accompanied by the Renaissance Jazz Band.
I will go in Jesus' name. I will go in Jesus' name.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Madison Wallace.
And I'm Rowan Druckenroad.
As we continue our celebration, we turn our attention to an important piece of history right here in our own community. The preservation of history and the telling of our stories is a powerful way to honor and ensure that future generations understand the struggles and triumphs that have shaped us.
With that in mind, we are pleased to highlight the Louisville Road Project, a critical effort to preserve and share the history of the people and events that have contributed to the legacy of Lawrence Township. Here to tell us more about the project are Brooke Hunter, a Lawrence Township historian, and Joe Saccone, president of the Lawrence Historical Society. Please join us in welcoming them to the stage.
Good evening, everyone. I'm not sure if Joe is here. I'm Brooke Hunter. I am Lawrence Township historian. I am also a history professor and associate dean at Rider University. As we gather during Black History Month, reflecting on the enduring significance of our history is essential. So it's my pleasure to present a new historical marker designed to celebrate this history through a community effort that included the Lawrence Neighbors Together, the Lawrenceville School, the Lawrence Township, including myself and Mayor Patricia Farmer, as well as the Lawrence Historical Society. So this was a true community effort, and please stay tuned for more information about the official unveiling, as well as connected resources that extend this story. So tonight I just want to give you a little bit of background information about Louisville. In the decades leading up to the Civil War, Louisville emerged as the home of the earliest community of people of African descent in Lawrence Township. This area became a vital center for African American life, where Black and white families coexisted, and a vibrant Black community thrived for over a century. Several of the early settlers of Louisville were formerly enslaved individuals from Lawrence and its surrounding areas, but these men lifted themselves up, became property holders, and built lives for their families and friends. The community that developed beginning in 1840, in the 1840s, flourished. Fitting to tonight's theme of faith, fortitude, and resistance, the AME Church played a critical role in nurturing this community spirit on Louisville Road. This church was established in the mid-19th century, and it has served as a gathering place for families and a source of strength during challenging times. For years, the Black families at Louisville gathered in each other's homes on Sunday for services delivered by an itinerant preacher. Finally, in the 1890s, the community built Mount Pisgah AME Church on Louisville Road, and it stood there until after World War II. So I think it's only fitting that the Louisville sign is going to be located near the location of the Mount Pisgah Church. This month, let us honor the rich history of Louisville Road and the resilience, courage, and achievements of the African American community in our township. Their legacy is a testament to the strength found in unity, the importance of community, and the pursuit of freedom and justice. I also want to invite everyone in attendance to come back to the high school tomorrow night for the Lawrence Historical Society's lecture on the Underground Railroad in New Jersey by Rich Gefkin. I want to conclude by congratulating the honorees and thanking the students for this inspiring event tonight. And finally, to encourage everyone to continue to study our history. It cannot be forgotten. It cannot be erased. It is what is essential for us to move forward and make progress. Thank you.
All right, how are you guys enjoying the program so far? Good. I heard something that Mayor Baraka said that stuck out to me. Let's give it one more round of applause to everybody who made this possible and paved the way for us. Right, so a big thank you to the Louisville Road Project Committee for reminding us of the importance of preserving and sharing our local history. Now we continue our evening with our third Trailblazer honoree tonight. We celebrate Miss Lisa Hall, a trailblazer. A trailblazer whose impact and dedication continue to inspire all of those around her, as you can see.
We know firsthand because she inspired us. To present this honor, please welcome Jaded Leonardo and Ayamide Dada to the stage.
Our next Trailblazer honoree is someone whose passion and dedication have empowered countless young people to become leaders and agents of change in their communities. Miss Lisa Richardson Hall is the visionary founder of Rays of Hope, a youth-led community service organization that has made a significant impact on the lives of young people across Central Jersey. Through ROH, she has created opportunities for youth to serve, engage in advocacy, and develop leadership skills that will last a lifetime.
Under her guidance, Rays of Hope has inspired youth to take on meaningful initiatives such as organizing college tours, leadership workshops, and social justice campaigns, including the movement to end lunch shaming in New Jersey. Ms. Richardson Hall's belief in the power of young people to make a difference is unwavering. And through her work, she has empowered the next generation to lead with purpose and passion. Please join us in welcoming Trailblazer Award recipient, Ms. Lisa Richardson Hall.
Y'all, I can't sing, so. You're probably asking why I'm bringing someone with me, but if you know me, you know that I always want a younger person to know that they too can be in this position one day. And so this is an important moment, and I want to share this with you. Okay. So before I say thank you, I just want to say that 10 years ago, I made a life-changing decision. I realized that my family needed me more than the hospitality industry, and so I set out to find a career that would give me the flexibility to prioritize them while still allowing me to do meaningful work. That search led me to Lawrence High School, and I can honestly say those were some of the best years of my life. I loved coming to work every day. I was surrounded by incredible colleagues, and most importantly, I had the privilege of working with amazing students. Thinking about them now still gets me choked up. One student in particular stands out. Her name is Quasia Cannon. I first met Quasia in the library after she won Student of the Month. I walked up to her and said, "Congratulations, girl." They had been saying nothing but great things about you. Then I asked her, "So what's next? What are your goals? Are you going to college?" And she hesitated and said, "No." And I asked, "Why not?" And she shrugged, "I don't know." And at that moment, I knew she just needed someone to believe in her, so I told her, "If you're interested in going to college, come see me in the library during your lunch break, and we'll work on some goals together." And she did. And for 2 years, Quasia came to that library day after day, putting in the work. And by the time she graduated, she had attended a summer retreat in Washington, D.C.,
and had multiple college offers. And this May, she walked across the stage as a proud graduate of Rider University. The first in her family to earn a degree. But the story doesn't end there. Quasia's success inspired her mother so much that she enrolled in college herself. And not only did she graduate, but she made the dean's list. And I'm sharing this story because this is what teachers, administrators, security officers, assistant teachers, and secretaries do every single day. We pour into the lives of our students, not just by teaching lessons from a textbook, but by investing in their dreams, encouraging them to see their potential, and pushing them to go further than they ever imagined. Education is not just about academics, it's about impact. It's about lifting up the next generation and showing them that their circumstances don't define them, but their choices do. So tonight, I celebrate every educator, and I'm just gonna ask a favor to have the house lights go up for a second. And I want to celebrate every educator who has ever taken the time to uplift a student, any security, any secretary, whoever you are, stand up. Please stand up, all the educators. So tonight I celebrate every educator who has ever taken the time to uplift a student, to guide them, to believe in them, because sometimes that's all it takes to change a life. And just thank you to everyone that I've ever worked with here at Lawrenceville. It was the best experience of my life. So you can put the lights back down now. I don't want to see y'all. So giving honor to God, I did not say that, who is the head of my life. Thank you so much for this award. I'm deeply honored to stand before you tonight to accept the Trailblazer Award. To be recognized as a pioneer is both humbling and a reminder that the work we do is never about individuals. It's about a collective vision, a shared purpose, and the power of community. I founded Rays of Hope because I believe that young people deserve more than just the opportunity. They deserve to be empowered, to be heard, and to be equipped to lead. I wanted them to understand that service is not just something you do, it's a way of life. That advocacy is not just about speaking up, it's about taking action. That leadership is not about titles, it's about impact. When we first started Rays of Hope, it was a small group of young people with big hearts and even bigger dreams. Today, we have grown into a movement, one that has shaped the lives of many young leaders who have given their time, their energy, and their passion to make their communities better. Whether it was organizing food and clothing drives, standing against injustice, or advocating for policy changes, these young people have proven that they are not just the future, they are the present. So I accept this award on behalf of every young person who has ever stepped up, stepped out, and stood firm in their belief that they can make a difference. I accept this award on behalf of the mentors, community leaders, and supporters who have poured into Rays of Hope and ensured that our mission continues. And I accept this award as a testament that when we invest in young people, we invest in a better world. And as I reflect on this journey, I'm reminded of the words of Shirley Chisholm: service is the rent we pay for the privilege of living on this earth. If I have blazed any trails, it's only because of those who came before me, leaders, activists, and visionaries who've paved the way. And it is my hope that the next generation will take this torch and carry it even further than I ever could. Thank you to everyone who's been a part of this journey, to my amazing family, my husband, Rob, and my son, Royce, and to my family that is here. I love you all very much. my supporters, and most importantly, to the incredible youth of Rays of Hope. This award is yours as much as it is mine. Let's continue to build, let's continue to serve, and let's continue to be the ray of hope that this world so desperately needs. And to my BSU family, and to Jametta Clark, my sister, whom I love very dearly, thank you so much for nominating me and for allowing me to be a part of your world. Thank you for being a part of mine.
Good evening. I'm Kayla Williams.
And I'm Ava McKithen.
What an inspiring moment honoring Miss Lisa Richardson Hall and her incredible contributions to our community. Her dedication to empowering young people and creating lasting change reflects the very essence of this evening's theme, overcoming by faith, fortitude, and resistance. Now, as we continue, we are delighted to hear a beautiful performance by the Lawrence High School Madrigal Choir under the direction of Miss Mandy Johnson singing "Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing."
This hymn, with its call for guidance and strength, serves as a powerful reminder of the faith that sustains us in the face of challenges, helping us to persevere and overcome. Is it a fitting song for this evening as we reflect on the faith and resilience that has carried us through history and continues to lead us forward? Please join us in welcoming the Lawrence High School Madrigal Choir.
Sing
Tonight, we gather not just to celebrate, but to reflect on the incredible lives and legacies of the beloved Black Americans we've said goodbye to since this February 2024. These individuals were more than just pioneers. They were visionaries, warriors, artists, leaders, and voices that echoed far beyond the confines of their time. Their contributions to our culture, our communities, and our nation will continue to shape us for generations. As we watch this video, beautifully put together by our sophomore students, Stella De Jesus and Rowan Dreckbud and Evangeline Borsick, we remember them not in a sorrow, but in gratitude for all they did and all they inspired. Their light will never fade. Their stories will live on in our hearts, and for those who carry their lives will work forward. Ladies and gentlemen, we are down to our last, but definitely not least, honoree of the evening. Please welcome Hope Blannon and Cameron Miller to the stage to welcome our honoree, Detective Marlon Webb.
What a beautiful performance from the Lawrence High School Madrigal Choir, reminding us of the power of faith and strength in overcoming adversity.
As we reflect on all the stories and legacies celebrated tonight, we turn to our final trailblazer honoree for the evening, Detective Marlon Webb.
Detective Webb's journey is a powerful testament to faith, service, and restoration. His dedication to both his family and his community is unwavering, and his work in law enforcement has focused on restorative justice, particularly through the prosecutor's youth inclusion program, which helped develop to provide students with tools for conflict resolution.
His leadership extends beyond our local community as he has worked on globally in missions to provide food, water, and restorative services in places like Nicaragua, Haiti, and Thailand.
Please join us in welcoming Detective Marlon Webb to the stage.
Well, I was bright up here and I can't see anybody. Right here. I want to say to God be the glory. I'm going to be brief and I'm not going to sing, even though my nephew said I should sing. I can sing, I'm just not going to sing for y'all tonight. I can't compare with these beautiful young voices, so I'm gonna let it stay there. I'd like to tell you this evening, first of all, that I am so thankful and grateful for my family. I have a beautiful family which is held together in many ways by my exceptionally giftedly organized wife, Jennifer Webb. And so I praise God for her. I have parents who have invested everything in me. I have a family that supports me in everything that I do. And it's just so amazing to be able to be up here and speak about it. I just want to acknowledge some of the folks that are here with me. Matter of fact, you know what? Since I know we can turn the lights up, can we turn the house lights up? Whew, that's much better on my eyes. If I could just have my tribe stand up. You know who you are. Go on and stand up now. If you want to know the reason why I do what I do, it's because God gets the glory. If you want to know how I do what I do, it's because God gives me folks around me to really hold me up, and I appreciate them so very much. I am a legacy restored. It is amazing that I get to stand up here and, while I said I can't see everybody, but I can see Mr. Ganges in the front row. And when I saw him on the program that we would be here together, it reminded me of a story about how he impacted my life, and I'd like to just tell you a little bit about it. It was early on in my job in law enforcement, maybe 20 years ago, somewhere around there. And I was at an event, and without going into all the details, I had to struggle to get to the event. Being a black man in law enforcement, there were so many things that I had to contend with, and I didn't understand the struggle. I didn't understand the challenges. I just kind of went with it. I went where I was told to go, and I did what I was told to do because I wanted to serve my community. And so I didn't speak up too much. I didn't do too much. I just captured my opportunity to serve, and I continued to do that. Well, on this day, at this graduation, a police academy graduation where I'd worked so hard to prepare the videos for the graduation, I was a police academy instructor in the classroom. I was a physical instructor. I was a drill instructor. I signed up for everything that I could do just to get me into that space. I didn't know how to do really any of those things, but I taught myself, I learned, and like I said, I had to struggle. I had to struggle on that day to get there. And so there's another person, might still be in the room, but I'd also like to acknowledge Prosecutor Janetta Marbury. She's the newly appointed prosecutor for Mercer County, New Jersey, here. And so on my way to getting there, I encountered Prosecutor Marbury in the parking lot. And Prosecutor Marbury said, "Are you going to that graduation today?" I said, "No, I'm not going. I've been instructed that I can't go." And so Prosecutor Marbury quickly opened up her pocket, got her phone, and made a phone call. And I can't tell you the words that she used to express. If you know her, you understand. But she used very clear and direct words to express that I would be going there that day. And whoever she expressed it to, I'm not sure who it was, but I got a phone call moments later said, "Hey, you'll be there on that day." So I get there, and I get to meet Mr. Ganges. It's the first time that I've met him. I've heard his name. And he says to me, he said, "You know, I've heard a name of someone who I competed with in sports when I was younger." He said, "The last name Webb, your last name." And he says, "Do you know a gentleman named Gene Webb?" And I said, "I do." I said, "That's my father." And it was one of those moments, however small it might seem, where I got to realize that I had a legacy. I was part of a legacy from my family that in so many ways people tried to eradicate. I could tell you the stories, but we don't have enough time. But on that day, Prosecutor Marbury and Mr. Ganges, they took the time just to pour into me and remind me that I mattered. You see, that's what restoration looks like. The work that I do with young people at schools, it's about putting things back together. And I've learned that it's not my sole responsibility, nor is it within my capability to put everything back together. There's a lot of brokenness that we experience on a day-to-day, but I've learned that these children, these young people in the schools in our county, especially here in Lawrence Township, where I'm a graduate from 1994, just want to put that out there, especially here in Lawrence Township, these young people, they know how to put in the work to restore relationships. We bring in conflicts for them to work on, and they speak into the lives of other young people. I thought I was doing some work until I sat back and realized that they were teaching me. I'm a legacy restored. And these young people, not just my 14 children or 23 grandchildren and one great-grandchild, not just them, but yeah, I know I get that everywhere I go. I'll give you a moment. I said 14, 23, 1, just so you know. 14, 23, 1. It's going to take y'all a moment, and I'm going to let you have it. I'm going to let you... I said my wife was giftedly organized, didn't I? I told you. Giftedly. Not just my children that come from my home, but the children who I get to interact with every day, working as a police detective who focuses solely on restorative justice. I watch them grow. So before I get off this stage, and I'm not going to take too much time, can I just invite up any of my students who are under the sound of my voice right now? Are there any of you who are still in the room? Is there one? Is there one? Sounds like I'm doing an altar call. All right. Well, wait a minute. I got one. I've got one. I've got one. I'm not going to make Hope Talk off script. I'm just going to say how thankful I am that when I consider the legacy that I can leave as a legacy restored, that legacy will go on with the work that you and other students do. It has made me realize that I matter in more ways than I thought I did. So I appreciate you and thank you.
I appreciate you too.
All right, and so some of you also might know that I have a canine partner. His name is Sonny. He is come on up, Sonny. Sonny is a multidiscipline police therapy canine. He has the ability to sniff out stress in a very literal way. He's been working with me in restorative work, and I didn't bring him up at first because you wouldn't have paid me any attention at all. And also my son Lincoln, who is Sonny's junior handler. So, thank you. I know I've been long, but I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you. I'll be praying for all of you, and let's continue to restore the things that are broken that are within our care. To God be the glory, and God bless you.
Good evening. I am Emily Exantis.
And I'm Majaya Heisman. As we close out this extraordinary evening of celebration, we are reminded once again of the incredible power of faith, resilience, and community. Tonight we have witnessed the strength that comes from overcoming through faith, fortitude, and resistance. And as we continue to move forward, we must hold on to one thing above all: joy.
The final performance of this evening is a beautiful rendition of Joy by Ben Redactor and Choir Room, performed by Lawrence High School Ensemble and Gospel and Miracle Choirs. Under the direction of Dr. Jametta Clark, this song is a reminder that despite the challenges we face, we must always carry joy in our hearts. It is this joy that sustains us, lifts us up, and fuels our journey. Through uncertain times, let the diversity, equity, and in conclusion display here tonight inspire you, and let the beauty of these blended voices serve as a reminder that we are stronger together. May this joy in this song carry you through the weeks, the days, months, and years ahead, filling you with hope and strength as we continue to build a brighter future for all. Please enjoy the performance.
Joy.
Feeling right. Every day. Every night. I got joy. In my life. In my life.
Good evening, everyone. I hope your night has been lively and full of celebration. I'm Samir Khan.
I'm Nicole Montan.
I'm Rashid Tanapali.
And we're the officers for the Arts and Humanities Academy. The Arts and Humanities Academy, under the direction of Mr. Wolf, would like to thank everyone for coming to this year's Black History Month celebration. It's been a long process putting everything together, and both the Black Student Union and Arts and Humanities Academy have put great effort into planning the celebration. Even after 12 years, it still ends up being the greatest Black History Month celebration around.
However, we couldn't have done it. However, we couldn't have done it without a few people, beginning with the Lawrence High School administrative team. We would like to thank you for even allowing us to hold a celebration here. And moving on to LTEA, the Lawrence Township Education Association, we would like to thank you for sponsoring the event, and would like to especially thank Dr. Clark for planning, doing all the backstage work, and overall bringing our Lawrence community together. To thank her, we would like to invite Dr. Clark to the stage and give her a gift from the planning committee.
Could everybody stand up and give her a rousing applause? My friend and colleague, Dr. Janetta Clark.
Thank you all so much. Thank you for coming out tonight. Thank you. I have to pause to do this. Just please bear with me. Just give me this moment. Every student that is here that was on the student planning committee, please make your way out to the stage. Please. I want everyone to see you. To Stella, I think Stella, you're in a booth. Make your way down, please. I just want you to see the beautiful students that if it had not been for them. So yes, we are grateful to our superintendent, Dr. Robin Clem. We are grateful to our board members. We are grateful to our principal, Dr. Dave Adam, our assistant principals, to my supervisor, Dr. Mary Pankos, to so many faculty that assisted in various ways, to Mr. Wolf, who has really been my rock in this process for the last 12 years. He's been hanging in there with me. Yep. And every year I tell him no flowers and he doesn't listen to me. But I wanted you to see the children that worked hard and tirelessly to put this event together tonight for you. And I want to say to all of you that I am proud of you. I know I fuss and, if things aren't on, you know how I am. I want things to be just right. But I want to say to all of you that you did an outstanding job. Tonight would not have been possible without you. Thank you for supporting my vision and thank you for bringing it to life. I hope some people have asked me, well, why do you do this? And why do you have students a part of the planning process and why not more adults? I'm like, no, I really want to teach the students because one day I can remember growing up in church and having to put together Black History programs in church. And that's where I got all of this knowledge to do this from. But I hope that by participating in this event that you are inspired and that it motivates you and that it drives you, especially now, because it's so important that you get this experience. And I also want you to see the stage, because the stage is reflective of what we can be when we come together in all of our differences, that we can be amazing and we can do amazing things. Look at the diversity, the equity, and the inclusion on the stage. DEI produces amazing things, and that is what you got tonight. And I want to say thank you so much. Thank you all. Thank you to the Renaissance Jazz Band. You are always amazing. Thank you for supporting us. Congratulations once again to the honorees. We are so proud of you and we are inspired by you. So thank you. And to all of you, thank you for coming. Good night.
You can bear, you stood right beside me, yeah, I won't forget, I really love you, you should know, gotta make sure I'm right, before I let go. Before I let go, you know I think our sun rises and shines on you. You know there's nothing I would not do. Oh, before I let you go. Oh, y'all so much. Get home safe.